Hello, I'm William Benson. Please, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to my videos. Let's talk about storytelling. This is a key part of marketing and the best way to make money on the internet. So telling a good story is essential to how you build your audience. The way we learned about this at our mastermind should be easy enough for you to relate to because it was explained using Star Wars as an example. But it applies to every story, the basics anyway. You'll need a hero. All stories have a hero. And in your story, you'll be the hero, just like Luke was in Star Wars. And there's always conflict, too. So then you have to have the villain, as is represented by the evil empire. And the third main thing is the savior, represented by Obi-Wan Kenobi. As you tell your story, you talk about the conflicts in your life. This is your story. Imagine it as the evil empire. Use the right details and relate to your audience. They want stories that relate to their lives, something that they can find a connection with. This is the way your brain works. The back of your brain doesn't know it's not your life. You react to feelings transported through words. Have you ever cried at a movie? Even though you knew it was scripted and not real, you were still moved to tears because the part of your brain that brought you to tears didn't know it wasn't a story, or didn't know it wasn't your story. But to be a good storyteller, you need to get your audience to feel for what you're saying, your failures and successes. The worse your failures are, the more your audience is going to relate and feel good as your successes overcome the failures. So have the audience imagine they are the heroes. Invite your audience into your story. Say as an example, imagine you're with me at the hotel lobby. You could see me waiting impatiently. You'll want to relate to your audience so that they'll find your story interesting and pay attention and want to hear more. Start with the conflict. Think of when Luke had problems. What were his problems? Do you remember? If he didn't find a way to defeat the Death Star, what was going to happen? So what did he do? He went to Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now the journey begins and the story gets interesting. This helps you keep them interested and involved. So what did Obi have that Luke needed? The training or the blueprints to success. Well, you couldn't end there. You'd have to keep everyone listening and make it an interesting story. Now Luke had to train under Obi's direction, and there was a lot of that, the filler of the story, because you don't want the story to end with Obi helped Luke and they won. How many sequels do you think that would have created? And being successful straight up would have made it for a very short story. So just like that story, talk about your failures. People love success stories, but they want to hear how you failed at first and then succeeded. But to even make it an easier sell, add a few failures with partial successes. Did Luke succeed at first? He made a few advances, didn't he? But he slid backwards a few times first. And if you succeed, your audience will too. They will relate to the good and the bad and will feel like they are on the journey with you. So Obi showed Luke the blueprint to success. Your audience will help you to feel the passion of your mission and help you to follow the blueprints in their minds. So why do you care if they're interested? They will share your experiment with you and your excitement. They will share the pain if you feel the pain and tell it in a way that they can see how you felt pain. So back to the movie. What was the objective in this story? To defeat the Death Star, remember? So here you have to help them to feel like you were at that point. What are the results if you fail, and what are the rewards for success? Help them by your storytelling to get involved and feel success when you feel success. Now it's time to tell your story. Make a video and rehearse it. Watch yourself in your video and write down what you like and don't like, especially body language and the use of your voice. Then you can make necessary changes in what you see and make sure you focus on eye contact. Speaking to the audience like you're speaking to friends. I hope with my help here you'll be able to make a story that will captivate your audience and help you create friends, and they will continue your journey with you. Please like and subscribe to my video. I need 1,000 likes before YouTube will personalize my channel, and as you can see, I'm a little way from there. I appreciate your help.